I'm Steph. Welcome to Yoga for Menopause. For this class, you have an option to use 2 blocks and a blanket. Let's get started. We begin today in Sukhasana, easy pose. Feel free to sit on a blanket if that's right for you. Maybe close the eyes or keep the gaze soft and low. Begin to release the stress of the day and come into your body as you take a big breath in and a big breath out. Today's practice is a time for renewal, an opportunity to find calm in the midst of transformation. Perimenopause brings changes in the body, hot flashes, anxiety over the transition the body is going through, and decreased estrogen levels lead to brittle bones and lower muscle tone, even changes in mobility. So our practice today is designed to cool the body and calm the nervous system while increasing our muscle tone and honoring our mobility. Lao Tzu said that nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. Let's blink the eyes open and circle the arms up to the sky. Inhale as you interlace the fingers and turn the palms up. As you exhale, fold to the left, breathing into the right side of the body. And let your inhale come back up to center. And then exhale, fold over to the right as you inhale into the left side of the body. Let your exhale bring you back to center. And the right hand will come to the left knee, left thigh. Take an inhale and grow tall through the crown of the head. And as you exhale, begin to twist and look out over the left shoulder. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to deepen the twist. One more breath here. Back to center. Left hand comes to right knee, right thigh. Inhale as you lengthen. And then exhale, begin to twist and look out over the right shoulder. And just pulse with the breath here. Inhale to grow taller and exhale to twist a little deeper. Let the breath bring you back through center. And then let's rock onto all fours, tabletop position as we set up for cat-cow. So you want the wrist right underneath the shoulders, knees right underneath the hips. Take an inhale, drop the belly, arch the back, turn the gaze up. Exhale, press into the palms, round the spine, round the shoulders, tuck the chin to the chest. Inhale, glide into your back bend. Exhale, press into your cat pose. And keep moving at your own pace with your own breath. Wayne Dyer said, you cannot always control what goes on outside, but you can always control what goes on inside. And this really reminds us that our inner state is in our reach. With every posture, let the cool, calming energy guide you. And allow your mind to quiet as your body adjusts. Even yourself off and then come to neutral. And we're going to scoochie the knees back a little bit to create a little bit of space. And then we're going to go into some hip circles. So as you inhale, bring the hips forward. Exhale, hips reach around to the right, back by the heel. Inhale, the hips come to the left and back to the front. And keep moving with these at your own pace, with your own breath. And just know that these circles can be big or small. Everyone's hips are built a little bit differently. And when you're ready, you can reverse the direction of the hip circle. And you may notice a little bit of that cat-cow effect. As the hips come forward, there may be a little bit of an inhale and an arch. And as the hips move back, you may find a little rounding in the spine. So just go with what you find, noticing the difference between tension and ease as you adjust into these hip rolls. And let your breath be the anchor that carries you through the moment. And then we'll find a little stillness. And tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Press into the palms. Maybe bend the knees a little generously to shift the hips back. And know that when you feel anxious, you just bring your attention back to the breath. As you exhale, imagine releasing all worries. The quieter you become, the more you can hear, says Ram Dass. So use this time on the mat to listen deeply to your body, to your heart, and to the soothing rhythm of your breath. Take an inhale, press the hips back. Exhale, gently walk the feet up to the hands. Inhale, flat back extension. Draw in calm. Exhale, release into your forward fold. Let go of the stress. And in these moments of stillness between poses and postures, allow yourself to be fully present, noticing the sensations in your body and the sensations of peace that emerge. Inhale, circle the arms up, and come to stand in the center of the mat with your hands in prayer as we set up for moon salutations. Moon salutations allow us to engage our muscles and stretch our body, increasing the heart rate a little, but not overstimulating. Moon salutations are cooling as opposed to heating. Keep the feet hips width apart and take an inhale, circle the arms up, interlace the fingers. Exhale, tip your body over to the right as you open through the left side body. Press into the left foot. Inhale, bring the body back to neutral. Exhale, tip the body over to the left, stretching through the right side body. Press the right foot into the floor. Inhale, the body comes back up to neutral. As you exhale, step your left foot out to the side, kick the heels in and point the toes out as you sit down into your hips. The knees are going to naturally bend, and here we are, goddess pose. Inhale, cactus the arms, spread the collarbones, and let the tailbone gently point down. Exhale, legs straighten, arms extend out like a T. The right heel kicks out, left toes point towards the short edge of the mat. Inhale here, and exhale, reach out over the left leg and then hinge at the hips into triangle pose. Left hand may find a block, maybe it comes onto the shin, the ankle. Right arm extends up overhead, right chest rolling open as you inhale. And then on your next exhale, the right hand comes down to the mat. Option to ditch the block if you're using it or bring both hands onto a block. Back right toes shift forward and we move into pyramid pose. So square the hips off towards the short edge of the mat. Take an inhale. Left hip shifts back and the right hip pulls forward. Inhale, find some length in the spine. And as you exhale, begin to fold to your own degree, keeping the length in the spine. Fold over that left leg as you just breathe deep. On the out breath, bend the right knee and drop down into a low lunge. As you inhale, circle the arms up to the sky. Exhale, keep what you have, sink into the hips. Inhale here. And on your next exhale, bring both hands onto the floor inside of the left foot as we shift into Skandasana. Shift the hips open towards the long edge of the mat. The left toes begin to point a little forward and the back leg straightens. The hands may be on blocks here if that's best, and the right toes point up to the sky while the right heel stays grounded. If you're feeling really balanced, you can bring the hands to the heart as you take a big inhale. And then as you exhale, we're going to shift the hips over to the right, walking the hands along for support. Taking Skandasana in the other direction. So the left leg is going to begin to straighten as the right knee bends. Right toes point ahead, maybe slightly out. And the right hip is opening as the left toes point to the sky and the left heel stays grounded. Same options apply here with the hands. Big breath in. And as you exhale, both hands come to the sides of the right foot as you come onto the back left toes to shift into low lunge. Right toes point towards the short edge of the mat. Release the back left toes and lower down on the left knee. Inhale, circle the arms up. Exhale, sink a bit more into the hips. Inner thighs squeezing in towards the midline as you inhale. And on your next exhale, hands come down to the floor. Straighten your right leg and step the back left foot in a bit as we set up for pyramid pose. So the right leg is forward, left leg back, toes pointing towards that short edge of the mat. Inhale, spine is long, hands maybe on blocks, maybe the mat, maybe the thighs. And as you exhale, begin to fold to your own degree, maintaining that length in the spine. Let the head hang. Breathe in and feel into your body. And on your next exhale, begin to open the hips and the chest as you send the left arm up to the sky. And right hand stays grounded, maybe on a block, maybe the ankle or the shin, even a chair. Take an inhale right here, triangle pose, ribs and chest rolling open as the body expands. And on your next breath, lift the torso, kick the toes out, heels in, maybe stepping the feet a little wide. Sit down into the hips as the knees bend and you cactus your arms. Goddess pose. Big breath in here. Exhale, right foot steps in, and we find mountain pose. So the feet are going to be underneath the hips. The hips are under the shoulders, and the crown of the head is over the pelvis. Take a big breath in. Circle the arms up, interlace the fingers, and keep what you have with the arms as the body tips to the right on an exhale. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, the body leans over to the left. Inhale, back through center. And the hands come to Anjali Mudra, center of the heart. Maybe shift your prayer hand so that the fingers point down towards the earth and you're stretching the wrist if that feels good. Breathe right into the wrists. And then on your next exhale, the hands come back to prayer at the heart as we set up to take this on the other side. Release the arms down to the sides. Inhale, circle the arms up to the sky, interlace the fingers. And this time we begin by stretching over to the left to lengthen the right side on the exhale. Inhale brings you back to center. Exhale, we lean to the right, open the left. Inhale, come back through center. And this time we step the right foot out into goddess pose. So kick the heels in, point the toes out, squat into the hips as the arms cactus, and we take a big inhale here. On your exhale, straighten the legs, set up for triangle, extend the arms wide, take an inhale, and then shift over that front right foot. Adjust the back toes as needed. Left arm reaches up to the sky. Big breath in. Exhale, both hands down onto either side of the right foot. Back toes shift forward. Option to use blocks. Take an inhale and find some length in pyramid pose. Exhale, forward fold over that front leg. And we're picking up the pace ever so slightly here. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, come onto the back left toes and then drop down on the back left knee. Maybe release the toes. Inhale as you circle the arms up. Exhale, hands land to the inside of the right foot. Maybe you bring blocks along as you open the hips towards the long edge of the mat and straighten the back left leg. Ground the left heel, point those left toes up to the sky, Skandasana. Big breath here. And then we begin to shift over to the left, walking the hands along for support. So now the left knee bends and the right leg straightens. So the right toes are going to point to the sky. Right heel grounds, and many options here with the hands. Maybe they stay grounded for support, or maybe they find heart center. Take a big old breath in, and as you exhale, the hands come to either side of the left foot as you shift the left toes towards that top edge of the mat and spin onto the back right toes. Lower the right knee down and inhale to circle the arms up. Exhale, hands come down to either side of the left foot. Straighten both legs as you shift into pyramid. Square the hips, take an inhale, and find length in the spine. And then as you exhale, begin to fold to your own degree. Hands in any one of the options that you have available. Enjoy another inhale here. And as you exhale, begin to roll the right hips and chest open. Inhale, right arm is going to reach up to the sky, triangle pose. Left hand may be on a block, the floor, your shin, your ankle. Exhale pulls you up to center. Heels in, toes out, bend the knees and sit down into the hips as you cactus the arms. Take a big inhale here, and on your exhale, step the right foot over to the left, mountain pose. Take a big breath in as you get grounded. Exhale, hands come to the heart. Inhale, circle the arms up to the sky, interlace the fingers, and on your exhale, begin to lean to the left and breathe into the right side of the body. Inhale brings you back to center. Exhale, lean over to the right as you breathe into that left side body. Inhale back to center. Exhale, hands to heart. Option to flip your prayer hands down to the mat and breathe into the wrists. If that doesn't feel good, maybe take some wrist circles here. Exhale, bring the hands back to prayer. As you inhale, circle the arms up to the sky. And as you exhale, forward fold, melt down, sway a little here. And then drop down onto the knees for tabletop pose. And shift back to child's pose. Maybe you walk the hands over to the left and breathe into your right side. Maybe you walk the hands over to the right and breathe into the left side. And then the hands come to center and you just breathe. Breathing into the hips where so much tension and anxiety is stored. And when you're ready, on an inhale, you can rock onto all fours, hands and knees. Crawl the knees to the wrists, cross the ankles, roll back onto your sit bones. And we set up for a cooling breath, Shitali Pranayama. If you need to sit on a blanket to get the hips a bit higher, go for it. Get all set up so that you can sit up nice and tall in your body. And we're going to go into this cooling breath that's really good for hot flashes during this time. So you begin by imagining that you could curl the edges of your tongue around a straw. Almost like the straw is on the center of your tongue, and then the edges of the tongue just curl up around it. It's genetically not possible for all of us to do this. My tongue does not curl. If yours curls, go for the curl. If not, it's okay. You just make a little circle with the mouth and imagine that you're sucking in through a straw. And once you choose your tongue position, we're going to breathe in through the mouth for 5 counts on the in-breath. And then release the tongue back in, close the lips, and exhale through the nose for 5 counts. And if 5 doesn't work, it can be 3, it can be 4, it can be 2, whatever your count is. You just want to keep the inhales and exhales even. So readjust your tongue into that curl or inhale the air through a straw and breathe in for 5 counts. Release the tongue, exhale through the nose, even count to the inhale. And let's do this for 3 more rounds. So you just move at your own pace with your own breath. Inhale through the straw, sucking the air in through the mouth, cooling the system. And as you exhale, you release the tongue and let the breath go through the nose. And just repeat this a couple more times. There are so many benefits for Shitali Pranayama during menopause. It includes cooling the body, it reduces bile in the body that can cause heartburn. Shitali Pranayama reduces anxiety and stress. It increases focus and concentration, reduces high blood pressure. It calms anxiety, and it even reduces bad breath, if you can imagine. And once you finish that last round, come back to center. Take a big inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh out the mouth, let it go. And then come down onto the back and hug the knees into the chest. Maybe rock back and forth a little bit here. And then lower the feet to the mat as we set up for a little bridge flow. So you want the feet to be in line with the hips. You should be able to graze the backs of the ankles with your fingertips. And as you inhale, you're going to press into the feet to lift the hips and send the arms up overhead, biceps by the ear. And then on your exhale, slowly lower the arms and the hips back to the ground. Inhale, press into the feet, send the arms back, lift to your own degree. Exhale, bring it all back down to the mat. And keep moving with this bridge flow, moving at your own pace with your own breath. And know that when you're engaging your muscles during your practice, you can always tap into that sense of gratitude for your body's ability to move and change. Deepak Chopra reminds us that in the midst of movement and chaos, we keep stillness inside. And as you practice each posture, you just allow the movement to be both a celebration of your strength and a bit of a meditation in motion. Feel the muscles working and notice how intentional movement fosters both a physical empowerment and a calm state of mind. So just allow the breath to guide every movement as you focus on kindness and really just letting go of any self-judgment. And next time you lower, hug the knees into the chest. Extend the arms out to the side in cactus variation or maybe like a T. Take an inhale here, and as you exhale, let the knees lower to the right. Turn the gaze out over the left shoulder. And just let the body get really heavy here. Let it melt into the earth. We start to wind this practice down. And on your next inhale, hug the knees back into the chest briefly. And as you exhale, drop the knees over to the left, maybe scoochie the hips a bit to the right. The gaze may go out over the right shoulder. And see how heavy you can let the body be as you yield to the earth, supported by the earth beneath you. Inhale back to center, hug the knees into the chest, lift the head, give yourself a goodbye squeeze. And Shavasana, extend the legs long, flip the palms up to the sky, let the feet roll out to the sides. Walt Whitman said, "Let your soul stand cool and composed before a million universes." And this quote just reminds us that despite the transition of this life phase, our inner essence remains calm and resilient. And today, as you relax into your Shavasana, let this calm carry you through this final resting pose and through the rest of your day. I encourage you to stay here as long as you can. And I thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste, friends.